Welcome to Arcade Audio.
From the Dilettante Ball, I'm Johnny.
I'm Spencer.
Here on Dilettante Ball, we go on Wikipedia.
Wait, quick random article.
We talk about it.
Yeah, we do. Johnny, go to patreon.com/arcadeaudio.
Now?
Yes. Right now, pull it up. Ask your parents' permission first.
Before you log on?
Yes.
Shit.
Yeah.
Do you think they still do that for commercials for like Nick.com or whatever? It's like, ask your parents permission? Or it's like, fuck it, you're already
At this
like...
point, it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, you're fully connected to the internet. Mm-hmm. Probably not. Also, still though, for real, no CODs, please. Were CODs ever like... CODs can't have been a thing. You know what I mean? Like, when was the last...
I feel so alive.
What was the very last time a COD was accepted? You know, like
Pizza.
Yeah, I guess it is. They could do CODs. Yeah. Interesting. And now they have a Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which is crazy. Do people know what CODs are? Do you know what it means?
Yeah.
Okay. I won't ask you anymore. I don't want to embarrass you.
Do you know what it means?
We all know. I don't want to embarrass you on the podcast.
I pulled up an article.
Okay.
I just don't care about this.
Well, what is it?
Louis Holtby,
Okay.
born 18 September 1990, is a German professional footballer who plays as a midfielder for two Bundesliga club, okay. Hamburger SV.
Hamburger SV.
He must be...
That's...
Whoa, though. Place of birth? Erkelenz, West Germany.
Is that possible?
1990, yeah.
I thought the wall fell in 89.
I mean, I don't think they...
Oh, I guess it'll just be Berlin anyway.
I don't think they... You know, I think it took some time to...
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, that's so weird.
Super weird.
I was thinking about this the other day. Isn't it weird that, like, maps are, like... They're not static?
I listened to something kind of recently how they're not static and they're also, like, political. Like,
yeah.
some...
So, like, China will have a map that doesn't recognize Tibet as a country.
Yeah, shit like that. But we might have one that does, you know, like...
Sure. Probably, like, in Korea, like, if you bought a map in South Korea, it'd be, like, a united Korea. But if you bought a map in North Korea, it'd be a divided Korea.
I think they both kind of just would call it all Korea.
Oh, but...
I think the rest of the world divides it, but they're like,
okay.
No, this is... We're one Korea, yeah.
Yeah. I bet you're right.
And I know, like, it's kind of a thing. I am pretty sure Google has to, like, kind of deal with this, and depending on where you're accessing the map from, it is what it will show you.
That's wild. I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I know too with printed maps, depending on where you are when you buy the map, when we look at maps, the US is in the middle.
Oh,
everybody's maps ain't like that.
What the fuck? I didn't even think about that.
If you're in France, Europe's in the middle of your map. Because who gives a shit about America? You know,
freak, dude.
Yeah,
you're blowing my mind. I didn't even think about that.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
When I think of the Earth, the United States is in the middle.
Right, and then you go, like
you go right to get to
exactly.
to get to Europe, and you go left to get to Asia.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah, that ain't it,
man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's wild. Yeah. So sometimes I wonder, like, however long I'm going to live. Let's say I live another 80 years, which is impossible because nanobots will make me live forever. But let's just say it was 80. Like, what countries are going to, like, split off or start, or, you know, or we're going to get some new super volcano that makes a new country.
I wonder how many
Hawaii
have changed
since we've been.
Yeah, like Germany for sure.
Germany for sure, right?
Maybe the Czech Republic. That's the next one that I was thinking. I bet there are probably.
I think some
African countries.
Yeah, like the Republic of Congo.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Okay, right. We're right. We must be right then. So those are three that spring to my mind, and then it could come to a point, probably not, but like where Antarctica starts being habited.
Interesting. I mean, there are like 100 people year round there, or something like that.
Right.
Maybe Svalbard will become its own country.
Maybe finally, it'll emerge out of the shadows.
I wonder, like, Israel, Palestine.
Are those technically one country or two?
I don't.
According to our maps.
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know.
I don't either. And that's probably all I'm going to say about that. Like I'm
going to take a stand.
yeah, just weirdly.
I'm an idiot, and I know what I'm talking about.
I could imagine picking up Puerto Rico as a state, possibly.
Sure.
And And other than that, could we ever lose a state? Like, would Hawaii, like, we pick up Puerto Rico but lose Hawaii or something? Like, we don't have one
in, one out policy. We want to keep an even 50.
Exactly, because then we have to update all the flags.
I could, and then
we actually might not even update the flag.
I've thought about that. I think it'd be pretty shitty if we didn't.
I agree, but like, fuck, man, that's hard. Because we had the same flag for like 50 years or longer. It sounds like what?
The 48 or something?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Well, of course you don't.
When did Alaska start? 60?
No, I think it was in the late 40s.
Okay. So yeah, so like 70 or 80 years we have the same flag, and all of a sudden we got to figure out a new one.
It'd be pretty cool. Imagine being like, shit, all these, everybody's got to get new flags. That'd be fucking cool as hell.
Would that stimulate the world economy? You know, like
yes. Well,
like every textbook would have to get like a new, or you know what I mean, like. The flags are different now, so we got to get new books like all over the world.
Would they get new books, or would they just get like a sticker or like an extra page that you?
That's what it would be.
I had textbooks in school that talked about East and West Germany.
Sure, yeah.
And I went to school. I mean, that was 5 or 6 years after. You know,
right? Oh yeah, so they're not exactly like on the ball in terms of updating their stuff. Yeah. What if we? God, is Antarctica like the moon, where like
yes,
it's kind of off limits in terms of like dividing it up?
I think so.
How long is that going to last? Like, are we going to divide the moon up? That's going to happen, right?
Yeah, but you can't put that on a map of Earth.
Freak. Are we going to have to start getting like 2 maps? Or, you know, like when you look at a map of the United States, it'll have a little insert that has like Hawaii and Alaska. Are maps going to start having like moon inserts?
That'd be pretty tight.
That'd be tight as shit. Just put it over the Pacific Ocean where there's a bunch of empty space.
For our road trip, we got a big road atlas.
Yeah.
And it's like, there will be like, so there's the whole country.
Okay.
Then it's divided into like 2 to 3 pages per state. So there's one where it's like just the full state on the page, and then you go to the next page and it's like
California,
here's like,
Nevada, and like Utah.
Well, here's like Northern California, Southern California. So it like gives you more detail.
Okay.
And then even further, it's like here's Northern Illinois, here's Southern Illinois, and then in the Northern Illinois one, it's like a blown up. Here's Chicago.
Okay, jeez, wow.
I'll show you.
That's really cool.
It's pretty tight.
That makes me want to use an atlas.
I'll tell you, we bought it and we were like, this is gonna be so cool. We're gonna like use this fucking thing. And we
Never
did not
even
open that
touched it.
motherfucker
God
once.
damn it.
Because
better to have it though.
Yes, better to have it, not need it, than need it and not have it.
Yes.
That's what my dad always said about road atlases.
Right. And he's been lost for 15 or 16 years now.
But he's got that map. We found someone, because you can make like custom Google Maps.
What?
Because yeah.
What do you mean?
You can be like, this is the route that you want to take, and you could like, that's just like, I could make a map that's like, these are my favorite burger restaurants, and it would just be pins on the specific maps, and I could share that with like, I could send you the link and be like, here are my favorite burger restaurants.
Check out my burgers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or you can do like a route, like this is my running path. Here's my running path
to all the different burger places.
Yeah. So, because Route 66 is not a real road anymore,
right?
So you kind of have to figure it out and used various resources.
Sure.
But we found someone made a custom Google map for each state.
Oh, cool.
But the coolest thing about it was like, okay, here's the point where you can choose to like take the left fork or the right fork. The left fork is like the 1927 alignment. The right fork is like the 1938 alignment.
Oh, wow.
It was pretty tight. So then we did not open that atlas once.
Okay. Well, so it sounds like you even still, like you're going to have to, how many times do you have to travel Route 66 to get all of the iterations? You know, like do you have to do it like 3 or 4 times?
Yeah, probably. I mean, there are a couple spots. Most times it splits into 2 paths. A couple times I think it was 3.
3. Oh my God.
And most of them were like a 15-minute difference.
Okay.
But then there was one in New Mexico. You can at one point you can basically go straight across or go like 4 hours out of your way to go up to Santa Fe.
Okay.
Which is like that was the coolest part of our trip, was going to Santa Fe.
Interesting.
But that's like not, one of those was not the original alignment.
Right.
It's really interesting.
It's like a choose your own adventure book.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, that's very interesting. I wonder, like,
I'll pull up the maps when we're done. It's pretty cool.
It'd be interesting to see like the tourist things, like was one route more like conducive to like, was one route more lucrative, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that it might be, Santa Fe's a big city.
It's still a city.
So it's like, connecting major cities along the route.
Right.
And that's like the biggest one around. So you kind of have to go out of your way to get to it. And then maybe there's one where it's like, if you're just trying to get to where you're going, you just cut across. I don't know which one was first, but if I had to guess, the Santa Fe one would be first.
Do you ever like read up about the Donner Party?
Not really.
You know, you're aware of what they are, though.
Yeah.
Right. Well, what do you call it? Pilgrims? Not pilgrims. What do you call them? People that went out west and covered wagons. Pioneers.
I said it first.
So basically, without getting into it, it's a pioneer train that they were trying to go out west, and then they fucked up, and they thought they had a shortcut, and it was definitely not a shortcut.
Yep.
And they got fucking hella trapped in the snow, and like ate each other basically.
Yeah.
I don't know. That would suck, right?
Yep, totally.
Okay.
There was one point where it was like, hey, this is the largest the largest like continuous section of Route 66
that still
exists.
How long was it? Pretty long, like hundreds of miles, or
not hundreds of miles, but it was pretty long, and
Okay.
there was nothing on it.
That's sad.
But we were like, this will be cool. We'll do this. And the speed limit's real slow, and you can see the real highway,
and everyone's just like whizzing by you, like,
but you can't get to it
oh no,
at all. And there's nothing along the way.
and the radio doesn't work.
Straight up. So it was like, this is like genuinely an hours long thing, and we can't escape.
That's like that would drive me crazy.
There was one stop along the way,
Okay.
and it was the like it was called like some fucking canyons, Grand Canyon or caverns or something, some
Okay.
fucking cavern thing, and it was like this weird ass hotel and not even gas station, but like a convenience store.
Okay.
And like this
With,
tourist
like, expired
trap.
pickles.
It was like we hadn't eaten breakfast,
Oh no.
and we were like, okay, we're just gonna get through, and the next place we see for breakfast we'll stop.
Right.
And it was like we just had to get like expired Famous Amos cookies,
Right.
and like shitty burnt coffee that they just keep like turning the heater on in the morning and then turning it off
Right.
at night, and it's like the same fucking coffee that's been there for a week. It
Deviled
was like
eggs in pickle jars and
it was wild.
pickled eggs
And then
in duffel jars.
we took a detour. This trip was like 2 years ago. I don't know. No one cares. I'm sure I've already talked about this.
Whatever.
But we took a detour to Roswell, which was whatever. That was where the UFO tour was canceled.
You were supposed to get right.
But that was another like scary drive, because it was just like there is just fucking nothing. Nothing.
That really does feel like you're pressing your luck. Like, all right, I hope my tire doesn't. A million things could go wrong.
I mean, it did. It was to the point where it was like, what would we actually do?
What was your cell phones working?
No, of course not.
What would you do?
I don't know. I don't know. And there was no one on the fucking roads. I don't know. You die. You die. You pray for death. You pray for a quick death. Wow. I don't know. But then you like get there, and it's not a huge city by any means, but it's a city with like it's a real city with stores and shit.
Roswell.
Yes.
So
it's like,
not just an alien-based economy.
No. Well,
I mean,
yes, it is.
okay.
But I mean, there's stuff there. There are people who just live normal lives there. It's not a
that's
small
not true.
town.
That's all a front. That's a government front. It's like, you ever see what was it, the Message or whatever, the North Korea movie with the stoner man from Pineapple Express? What's his name? The North Korea movie, The Message, The Deliverer, the detectives, the Deliverances.
What the fuck was that movie?
I'm not far off.
Was it called The Dictator?
The Dictator?
Or is that Charlie Chaplin?
Fuck. You know what I'm talking about, though, right? Seth Rogen. He was in it with James Franco.
Yeah. The Dictator?
I don't think it was called The Dictator.
Pineapple Express.
Was it Pineapple Express 2? Quest for Curly's Gold?
What are you saying about this?
Did you see it?
Yes, we watched it together.
I thought we did. I'm glad you're here with me, so you can. Okay. It was everything they were showing them was like all fake, like storefronts, like flats that you would put up like in a theater production.
Yeah, I mean that's like more or less real.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, that's what Roswell is.
Yes.
Okay. So there's not actually a Sears and Roebucks. It's fake.
Sure. But I mean, there's like one of each product, so you can go in and like pick it up and be like, I'll buy this toaster.
Right, sure, yeah. One table saw, one.
And you get to the register, and they're like, I don't know how to ring this up. I'm just an actor. What if though? I don't like to think too hard about that stuff.
Yeah, because then they come and take you. I don't know, man. Also, like, I just listened to a podcast where some guy was talking about he got picked up by the police for like drinking in public or drinking outside or whatever, because he was just like he's like drinking like on his stoop or something. He's like in New York City, and I don't remember the exact set of events, but it was like, okay, well, we can like hold you here for like longer than you want to be here, or we can just take like a retina scan and we can just like let you go now. And he's like, okay, well, I don't want to stay in fucking, the drunk tank for 72 hours or whatever it was they were going to make him do. So he's like, all right, well, fine. Fuck it. I guess put me on your, little bullshit radar.
I just saw this thing on Twitter where a person was like getting on a JetBlue flight.
Okay.
And they were like, you get, as you're getting ready to get on the plane. So you've already gone through security and everything.
Sure.
You're getting ready to get on the plane. They scan your ticket and they're like, okay, get on. They didn't have the person scan their ticket. They said, look at this camera.
Oh no.
They looked at the camera and it was like, okay, you're good to go. And there is like a fucking government database.
Fuck, man.
Of your picture, and it matches you up with your name on like the flight manifest, and you just go.
That sucks.
And there's no way to like not do that. It's just done. It's just done.
Do you think we're already on like a retina database or whatever?
Yes. The thing that I think about a lot is like when you read or watch a dystopian fiction,
right.
the people don't realize that it's a dystopia. And I suspect that we are already there, but it's just what the world is, so we don't know.
Right.
This sounds so crazy and conspiratorial to say out loud.
It's the allegory of the cave. It's exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's like this is all the reality we know, and so yeah. I think about that too, but then the fact that we're allowed to go like travel anywhere in the world.
Are we?
Well,
I mean,
maybe not everywhere in the world.
Well, and sure, we're not allowed to go to Iran or North Korea. Or
yes. But so the fact that we are like, if we went to France or Japan or wherever the fuck, we wouldn't arrive at the airport and someone would was like, quick, you have to understand, America, this is how things are. Like,
but
it's a global conspiracy.
Are there other countries?
Are there secret countries that we don't know about that aren't on maps? Right.
But to the rest of the world aren't secret. You know what I mean?
Well, the answer is no to that. They would have to be secret from every country that we're allowed
chill
to
with
travel
us.
to. Yeah.
Sure.
So like, let's say there's 200 countries in the world. And let's say there's 10 that we can't go to. It would have to be those 10 that know about it, and that's the only reason that we don't.
Like District 13 in the Hunger Games,
right?
Or whatever the fuck.
Exactly.
Is that so unlikely though? And
I don't think that's unlikely.
What do people from like North Korea?
Right. How do they perceive their life?
Well, not even that, but there are, I wouldn't say plenty, but a good number of people who are able to leave. Diplomats and athletes and stuff.
Sure.
What happens to them when they leave? What do they think when they're not there? Or what are they told? I mean, I know they're pretty tightly controlled, but it's still like.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. I guess maybe it might depend on how well they're treated in North Korea. Like, where
that's true. I guess the only like
like how interested are they in seeking out other information? Because like,
if I've got everything I need here,
right? Exactly.
And everyone here speaks Korean,
right? And who cares about like
shit.
I think it's pretty likely that there are secret areas of the world that no one is allowed to know about, not just Americans, but like, and maybe not whole countries. Well, I guess it depends how big a country is, because there are some pretty small countries. So yeah, I bet there's some like,
what like, I know we tend not to talk about politics,
right?
Just because
why?
What's
the point of wading into those waters?
And there are, I am well aware that there are so many fucking worse things about this person being president.
Okay.
But they had to tell him about the aliens. You know what I mean? Like, he fucking knows about aliens.
He knows the shit about aliens.
And that's fucking crazy.
That sucks that you don't know it, but he does.
And again, that's the literally the least important thing.
But still, it's like one more little thing. It's like one more little like squeeze of lemon juice into your cut.
Do you remember? Maybe you don't remember or didn't know, but in the 2016 election, a lot of like UFO people were really into Hillary.
No.
Because she wanted to like declassify a bunch of shit. And so like Mark Hoppus and stuff, who's like a big UFO boy, was like
Mark Hoppus or fucking
Tom DeLonge was like, dude, this is Clinton is our guy. Like, she knows what's up. Make her president so we can know about the aliens.
Okay, all right. Hillary 2020. I'm there. Let's do it, baby.
What would you do
if they declassify the documents and we're like, look,
there are aliens.
There are aliens. Yeah, I don't know. Like, would that change my daily life? It's hard to say. I don't know. I think it would change me, like mentally, and like I'd be like, anything is possible.
And I would say this: we know they're not trying to kill us. They don't even care about us. We've made contact. They're like, we don't give a shit.
Right.
We're never gonna meet.
Right.
But they're there. We know they're there, and we know they're not going to fuck with us.
Right. It's like if you're in the rainforest, there are monkeys and there are birds, and neither of the two care about the other one.
Exactly.
Right. That's awesome.
But our government knows, and they make an announcement: aliens are real. Crazy, but overall, it doesn't matter.
I don't think they could do that because I think it would send the country into a panic.
I think so too.
It would send the world into a panic.
Yeah.
Which sucks because it's like this means nothing. Ugh, I don't know.
Does the government know that ghosts are real? How far,
Oh, okay.
We talk about aliens and
Sure.
stuff like that, and the government obviously knows that aliens are real.
Right.
Have they found ghosts?
How many Frankensteins are out there that they're not telling us about?
Are there Wolfmans?
Yeah. Do they have have they tagged all the Wolfmans? Like, so they just are tracking them?
Look, Universal, you can't make any more of these movies because
people are starting to
people suspect. Dude, does the government know about the fucking Mothman and the Loch Ness Monster? Yes, it's real. But we can't tell people because they'll poach them? I don't know.
Poach them, I think, is accurate. Yeah, I would love to know.
Does our government have a treaty with the Sasquatch government?
Is there okay, so that's the secret country.
There's an armistice between us and Sasquatch Nation. Squatch Nation.
The Squatch Squad. Okay. I think that's it. Where do the Sasquatch live? Is it some country in between us and Canada?
There's Sasquatch. There are Yetis. There are skunk apes from Florida.
For sure.
I think that there are several abominable type creatures that are probably different. You have a Yorkie, you have a Corgi, they're all I hate to say breeds if they're intelligent folk, but they're all.
I wish they would come forward and talk to us though. We could clear this up. What are the preferred pronouns for Sasquatch? I need to know this.
I guess different races of Sasquatch.
Maybe, I don't know,
or whatever.
Because I don't think
ethnicities.
Maybe ethnicities.
I don't know.
It's tricky until we need them to clear the air. So
yeah, this is on them. This is on the Sasquatch.
So we want if there's any Sasquatch out there,
shit. Do you think that
shoot us a 5-star iTunes review and tell us what you think?
Do you think that if there were real Squatch folk, are they like? And we do have a treaty with them, and they they only come out at night and eat the baby people like us, that wander around during the day. Do they listen to podcasts? Do they watch Don't Trust the Bee and Apartment 23? Like, do they have?
Are they interested in our culture?
Or do they? Yeah.
Do they share our culture? Do they have their own Squatch culture?
Is that why Cavemen was canceled?
Because
they said no, this won't fly. We will attack if this show stays on the air.
Okay, so the Squatch folk exerted some political power to get the Geico Caveman TV show off there. I think this is the most cogent thought you've had so far. Smell you later.
Oppie'sFriendGene.com
No
is still up.
way.
Wow, he's out.
Oh, because it's a Tumblr, isn't it?
No, it's Oppie'sFriendGene.com.
Okay.
I mean, it might be a Tumblr. No, it's just a splash page, and it's like go to our Vimeo.
That's crazy.
But
I can't believe that.
I will.
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch these.
Yeah,
How long is each episode?
probably 20 minutes. But the only one that matters is episode 6.
No, I'm in episode 2. I think you misspoke.
Wirelessless.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember my character's name?
Bafaniel.
Yeah.
Do you remember my character's name?
No, I've only watched your episode like once, I think.
It's Johnny with an IE. Man,
Let's tear through this episode and then we'll get to watching these.
Thank you for playing Arcade Audio. Play more at arcadeaudio.net.